Welcome to the Smith System Arrive Alive Driver Training Series. Today's topic is margin for error. As we cover this subject, you will notice we've highlighted keys which relate to the topic being discussed. The proper use of these keys will allow you to avoid conflicts in traffic and to arrive alive. All drivers, whether they realize it or not, carry with them a margin for error. For some, this margin for error is quite large. For others, the margin is dangerously small. If drivers allow the margin to get too small, a collision occurs. So what can a driver do to maximize their margin for error and stay safe behind the wheel? Driving errors usually occur when a driver fails to see important information or fails to use information they have received properly. Safe driving requires a driver to make hundreds of driving decisions every mile they are behind the wheel, which creates plenty of chances for mistakes. If you multiply this reality by the vast number of other drivers occupying the same roadways, it's easy to see why, in the U.S. alone, the annual cost of traffic incidents has reached over $242 billion. Margin for error, as it relates to driving, is your ability to compensate for mistakes, your own as well as those made by others. Put simply, the more prepared you are for the unexpected, the safer you will be. Being prepared means increasing your margin for error. Doing so is an easy task. Just a few simple steps can reduce your collision potential considerably. Next time you drive, look for predictable patterns in traffic. You will notice large clusters of vehicles followed by even larger areas of empty space. Most likely, you'll see some drivers accelerate through this space to join the pack ahead. These drivers weave in and out of traffic, trying to get in front of the crowd. And they repeat this frustrating process over and over as they drive down the road. You may also notice drivers who are content to stay inside of the pack. They are comfortable being surrounded by other drivers they've never seen before and trust these people will always do the right thing. Drivers could align themselves with space, but often fail to do so. It never occurs to most of these people they are making serious driving errors. These types of errors happen on crowded city streets, congested highways, and remote rural roads. People consistently reject space in favor of congestion. Ironically, if you ask drivers if they enjoy driving in congestion, most will likely answer they do not and avoid it whenever possible. However, these same drivers place themselves in these congested packs when space is available. Without realizing, they are subjecting themselves to constant danger. The size of your margin for error depends on many variables: driver skill, traffic congestion, following distance, awareness, weather, attitude, time of day, the list goes on and on. While the variables can't all be accounted for, the solutions often can. To increase your margin for error, simply increase your space and visibility. Space around your vehicle is your margin for error. Space affords you options to either maneuver or stop should a problem arise. Obviously, when you run out of space and are still moving, a crash occurs. The next time you encounter the unexpected, will you need to guess at your options, or will you have a prepared response? The key is to locate a pocket of space, move yourself into it, then monitor the space as it expands and contracts. When the space gets too small, especially your following distance, make subtle adjustments to get it back. A few seconds on or off the accelerator may be all you need to regain your space. If this approach fails to correct the problem, gentle braking or a lane change may be needed. Build your space cushion and keep track of it as it changes. If you do, you'll know what your options are when you need to know them. Once you've found your space and placed yourself in it, you'll be better able to increase your visibility. Think about it. When you stay too close to other vehicles, you must watch them constantly. Instinctively, you're aware that you must know what drivers around you are doing to properly defend yourself should someone else make a sudden mistake. When you distance yourself from the potential for trouble, you'll find you have more visibility to see potential problems, while there is still time to react safely. The extra space and added visibility provide three major benefits: protection from other people's mistakes, enhanced awareness of your surroundings, and the ability to relax knowing you are isolated from imminent danger. Additional space and visibility are always critical, but never more so when the weather turns bad or you don't feel as alert as you would like to be. In these situations, when errors are more likely to occur, allow for them and establish an even greater margin for error. Expand your following distance and adjust sooner to other drivers who seem content riding next to you. People in large urban areas will often say that creating a margin for error is nearly impossible during peak driving hours. True, there are times when space can be hard to find. But if you try, you may be surprised how often space is available and completely ignored by other drivers scrambling to join traffic packs. In our competitive world, many drivers believe to drive safely, they must sacrifice time. Don't let that false belief involve you in an unavoidable crash. Margin for error is a valuable necessity, not a luxury you can do without. Next time you find yourself on the road, periodically ask yourself if your margin for error is as good as it should be. Make it a habit to examine your placement in traffic. Don't allow yourself to feel comfortable without space and visibility. When you lose them, work to get them back. Soon, these skills will become second nature, and you'll find your anxiety level decreasing while greatly reducing your potential for a motor vehicle crash. Obtain space and visibility, increase your margin for error, and arrive alive.